better conversion on Google if you're running it on right keyword with the right combination. So first thing, when you start with a Google ad, the first and the most important thing that you start with a Google ad is the keyword. You have to understand the intent behind the keyword, categorize them into different categories, like the right categories, and then finally come up with a campaign that is not overlapping, competing against each other, and then build the ad copies, write the hooks, write the final ad copies in a manner where you are able to give the right information to right user at the right time, and make sure people are landing on your website, making conversion, calling your business, maybe filling up your form or making a purchase if it is a shopping campaign. So that is the entire funnel that we'll discuss. We'll start with the keyword. I gave you some basic information about the keyword. Then we'll go into building the actual campaign within the Google ad platform. We'll talk about the smart campaigns, we'll talk about the PMax campaign, and then shopping campaign also. That would be the entire agenda. If you want me to include anything that is specifically on your mind, you can let me know now. I'll try to include that also as part of my agenda. Any other questions or any other feedback you have about the meta ad class that we can discuss now? So broadly, earlier, like the when Google ad was, like, I've been in Google ad space for almost 15 years. Maybe 5 6 years ago, there was a clear bifurcation when it comes to keyword types. So we had a broad match, we had exact match, we had phrase match. So these were mainly the three type of keywords. So there is a difference between keyword and query. So you have to understand this as a first concept. When we talk about keyword is something that I give as a marketer. So I tell you that this is the keyword that I want Google to bring traffic on, right? Then there is query. So query is user is typing a query, right? Now it could be different from what I am typing. So there could be broad match where completely broad. So you are searching about printer, that is very broad keyword. So if you want to run ad where you want to sell a specific brand's printer, but Google so somebody comes and types printer, you end up showing your ad, because in that case there is no clear intent. The user might be, maybe he has mistyped, maybe he's looking just some information about printers, maybe he wants to know how printer works, but he is not he does not have an intent of buying the printer right now. If it is a broad keyword, if you have a broad match and you want to sell printer online, you can end up having load of traffic that is completely unrelated. Then you have phrase match where a specific keyword is there in the intent. So you are saying printer under 2000, so that is a phrase, right? So if printer under 2000 or printer under 5000 is your keyword, if somebody is typing second hand printer under 2000, you will still show for the ad because it is coming as a phrase. So entire phrase that you have typed in the chat box, like in your keyword list, which is the phrase is printer under 2000, but somebody is typing second hand printer under 2000, you will still show up in that ad. Maybe he's not your customer, maybe he's not something that you want to sell to, but you still end up showing your uh, ad to them. Now then, third is the exact match. Exact match is where you type printer under 2000 and your keyword and customer's query has to match exactly, only then your ad will be visible. Now Google has stopped giving as much importance to exact and phrase match. Mostly it is broad match, difficult to fix the intent because they are trying to go beyond just search. And Google also has it very difficult when it comes to search, because search volume overall is going down. A lot of people are moving to chatbots, AI overviews, and it is becoming difficult for them to exactly define the phrase match and exact match, because the query is becoming longer. People are asking long question, paragraph questions to chat gpts, to AI overviews, to Google itself, and it is becoming very difficult for them to maintain the broad phrase and exact match as it was earlier. Now they've shifted from there. The distinction is no more applicable as it is, which was maybe 5 years ago. And the second challenge that Google has is the user journey has become a lot more complex earlier. So Harshit will cover drop shipping and affiliate. We'll try to cover that when we run about the shopping, because both these topics are more or less in the shopping side. We'll try to cover that. So maybe affiliate marketing, traffic, we'll see how we can generate more. Now I'm coming to the key point here. There's something called intent when the moment of conversion, and that is what Google is trying to capture. See, the normal user journey has translated into something very very different. Let's say you want to buy a printer. You have searched for printer, let's say 5 days ago, 6 days ago. I'm the business, I want to sell the printer online, and Google knows my history of search because they track me constant basis. Right now I just typed printer, but maybe 5 days ago when I was searching for printer, I went into detail. I read reviews about printer. I checked on the prices. I compared everything. But today, when I came online, I only just typed printer, right? As a searcher, as somebody who is doing marketing for that brand which is selling printer, you will feel that this guy is not interested in buying printer, right? Because you don't know the history. So what you can do, you try to control people. You try to control not to show your ad for somebody who is just typing printer at this moment. But because Google is aware of that user's journey, Google might feel that this person may end up purchasing today because he is searching for the information, he has been reading about it a lot, and he has also been going onto different websites that sell printer. So I think he is already in a mood to buy, which you cannot capture with the regular keyword strategy. So Google is trying to map you with the right audience at the right time, and that they call the moment of conversion, and that can only be captured with the AI. You cannot capture it with the search intent with the traditional way, because one, it is changing. Second, the traffic is not coming in the same way because you have lot more complicated process, lot more complicated way of completing the user journey. And maybe you watch the YouTube video, right, about printers, compare different printers on YouTube. Maybe because Harshit is talking about affiliate, maybe you reviewed some affiliate articles about printers, right? But you didn't make a purchase because Google knows it, right? The moment you make a purchase, they would know you will purchase from some website, and they have the analytics and everything there, so they would definitely know. You've still not made a purchase, they would definitely understand that you are looking for a printer. So maybe you just type printer and you end up showing the shopping campaign to that person. Now, if you're controlling it with the phrase match, exact match, you lose that customer. But if you are not controlling it with that, then definitely you will be able to capture that. So that freedom you need to give to the search campaign. And that is what Google is trying to implement by just dismantling the phrase match, exact match strategies that they used to have earlier. Then there's something very very important that is part of the entire campaign, that's called negative keyword. So one is the positive, so where you end up adding your keywords and then you search. Your intent is people are searching for that keyword, they should be uh, part of my buyer journey. But there might be people who you don't want. There might be somebody, let's say someone is searching for a specific brand of printer. You don't sell that printer, right? Maybe you want to exclude them from your search journey because you know that even if they come to your website, they will not buy your printer, they might be looking for something else, right? So printer is just an example, it could be for any brand, but ultimately you want to exclude people who you think are definitely not going to buy. Then recently Google has also added a lot of demographic data. So earlier they didn't use demographic data that strongly, but with the latest campaigns, they have the clear demographic, clear intent data in place. And there's something called in market audience. In market audience are basically people who are searching for. So the example that I gave you just now is the example of an in market audience. So you want to give some freedom for Google to target the in market audience because it is ultimately the benefit of you, right? It is your benefit. You are the person who will be benefiting if you get a conversion. So we need to understand how to smartly use Google's AI when it comes to search, shopping, and PMax campaign. And then we'll also understand how to use the combination of that in the next like 2 weeks. Adding negative keyword we already discussed. Then using keyword planner. So Google has a complete planning in place, and all of you who are sitting in this class right now should definitely create a Google ad account. Just set up a Google ad account. Maybe you need to add your information there. If I think if time permits, I can show you how to set up a Google ad account. That would be beneficial for today's class, and tomorrow we'll take it from there. So if you want to set up, let me share my screen. Let's see if we can do that right now. So simple steps you need to follow is just type Google Ads in your chat, like in your search, or you can do ads.google.com. Both ways you will reach here only. And when you open the screen after typing this, you will come to this screen where you will understand that you will have to create a Google ad account. So see a button called start now. And Google is also offering some ad credit to new advertisers. So if you're just getting started, you can explore this opportunity also. Now the caveat here is, if you choose this, you'll only get the credit equal to the amount that you spent in next 60 days. So maybe you claim this credit of 38,900 today, but you will only get the money equal to what you have spent in next 60 days, and that also after 60 days. Okay, so let's say you start your ad today, you end up spending 38,900 in next 2 months, which is 60 days. Over the next 60 days after that 2 month period, you will get a credit of 38,900 from Google side. You can entirely spend that amount and it will be completely free for you. But first you have to spend that much equal amount in order to claim that credit. So that is the rule here. If you just claim it now and you feel Google will pay first, that is not going to happen. So if you choose it with the right intent. Now we'll click on start now button. So this is where you start your Google Ads journey. It will ask you some basic question to help you set up the account. The only intent I have right now is I want to show you some basic steps. I think it has logged me in my account that was already set up, but this account is not active. In a way you'll get a similar screen. Let me try to switch account and set up something new for you. I don't know the password. Let me switch to different account, man. Give me a second. Let's try if this works. I think I have a load of account with this ID. I don't know whether it will work or not, but let's try. So this is the first screen you will get. You'll have to add the business information, create your ad, and set your budget, because this is Google's way of onboarding you. So they'll not let you set up an ad account just like that. This is an account that we used to have earlier because we had a girls PG in my wife's business some 5 years ago during COVID. So I think that's the time when we set up this account. Let's use this one, this business. So when you choose a business, it'll like kind of help you set up an account and the ad in the same way. Let me try to choose a different business. I think let's go with Simply Wise Solutions Private Limited. Next, it'll ask you to like choose the products, what kind of products you use within Google Ad account, and take you to the final screen. I want to show you something important. You just have to create the first campaign. Don't make it live and don't get scared. Just choose the like best option that you can think of here. Right now we are setting up the account. So there is a beginner mode and then there is an expert mode. The expert mode is where you manage the entire campaign, but you when you start setting up the campaign, when you start setting up the Google Ad account, by default Google will push you through the onboarding journey, because they want you to complete the onboarding in the first go itself. They don't want to wait, and you will end up having this screen. So it will ask you to add some search theme, which is not a professional, very highly professional way, because but Google understands that there are a lot of business owners who directly end up having here coming here. Let's go to next screen, what it says. So this is not what we will do. We'll actually set up a search campaign in a proper way. Right now what you're doing is you're just onboarding yourself, and this is kind of here is where you will create all the ads. So in the entire process you don't have to create the ad right now. You just have to like fill in some detail, go to the next screen, go till the end screen, then switch to the expert mode, and that's where we'll create our campaign. So when you switch to the this is simple onboarding. Just keep adding this information. They keep I don't want to do the entire exercise, right, because that is not the purpose right now. But this is what you have to do. Just add some headline, add the landscape image, add something random, go in the end of the screen. By this like complete this, you will also get some practice, and then join a join as an expert in a regular account. All the ad accounts in this are already cancelled, because I have not been using my personal ID after I've started my agency. So all of these accounts were like old accounts that we had. But anyways, when you switch to an expert account, let me try to show you an expert mode, how it looks like, and I'll just give you an overview of the dashboard. Where can I find an expert account? When you log in into an actual Google Ad account as in kind of an expert format, this is how it will look like. You'll have the like this is the first dashboard you will see. All the campaigns will be on the left side. You will see campaign here. This is where you will see the campaigns. Then within the campaign you will be able to see the option to create. Here is where you will create the campaign. So search keyword, asset group, ad group, campaign, conversion action. This is something which we'll discuss in detail. We'll talk about how to set up the conversion with Google Tag Manager, Google Analytics, or directly with the Google Ads. All three ways you can do it. We'll also set up the conversion goals. We'll try to discuss how to build the different kind of campaign. So when you try to create campaign, there are different objectives you need to choose. So there could be sales, there could be lead, website traffic, app promotion, awareness, local store. These are some of the objectives. So each objective has its own pros and cons. If you are an expert in creating campaign, you usually go with the option of creating campaign without any guidance. This is where you end up, and then you choose your objectives yourself. If you don't understand that detail, maybe go with the sales lead in the first phase, because Google is very good at the sales now. You don't have to spend money on awareness and consideration. You can straight away go into the sales lead. Entire the funnel process that we used to follow earlier is kind of broken with the new AI modes. You don't have to actually worry about them right now. So within the sale, there could be different purchase options. So you can have purchase, which is the account field. You want people to go on a website and purchase. Then you can also have contact, like people sending your contact detail. They're going on a third party site, they're signing up, they submit a lead form. So these are different options with the under the sales. If you go in the leads form, then you will not have the purchase option as first. You will first have contact, outbound click, sign up, submit lead forms. When you do website traffic, you'll get different kind of goals. When you do awareness, you'll get completely different kind of goals. Awareness is more of reach and video views, and video views is where you will also set up your YouTube campaign. YouTube campaign primarily comes in the video views, but you can also use YouTube as inventory in the sales ad also. So these are the different kind of campaigns you can set up within Google Ads, and this is what we'll discuss in detail. When you set up a campaign, you choose a goal, go in the next screen. Google will start asking you for the keywords, how to set up the campaign and everything. Next is you will have to set up what kind of campaign you want to do. Search is the first thing we'll discuss, then performance max. Then if we get time, we'll discuss the shopping campaign also. These three we'll try to cover. We'll not cover demand gen and video campaign as part of this exercise, but we may have some additional videos inside the community if at all we get time, so that we'll get. But these three will definitely cover in the next. We'll start with the search. Then within search, you what is the goal that you want people to visit your website, you want phone calls, we'll choose the visit website option. Then here you add the business website, and then you click on continue. And within the campaign name, you add a campaign name and go to the next screen. We'll discuss that this part in detail tomorrow. I don't want to create a campaign right now, and because this is a live account, I definitely don't want to make anything live right now. But we'll go step by step. I just wanted to show you the dashboard, how it looks like, and what you have to do to reach here. But tomorrow we'll discuss that in detail. We'll start with the keyword research tomorrow. Any questions for today? Then we go, like, we'll end at the class today. What is outbound links? I don't know what you're talking about. Any questions for today about the agenda, what we're planning to discuss in next 2 weeks, what you need to do? Anything you want to know right now? Guys, make sure you like the video, also subscribe to the channel. We'll start the keyword research class tomorrow. If you don't have any question, then I'll end the live today. Tomorrow we'll start with the keyword research process. We'll create the entire sheet of keywords for one account. And also, if you get time, if you have the bandwidth, set up your own Google Ad account so that you can practice along with me. So that's all for today. Mark your attendance. I'll see you tomorrow where we'll set up the actual campaigns, and we'll start with the keyword research tomorrow. So thank you so much. Have a great time. Good night. Those of you who have not completed the Meta Ads course, please try to complete that and generate your certificate as soon as possible. Google Analytics is not covered in detail, Harshit. We'll cover the how to use Google Analytics in detail. Hustling Life Meta Ad is already covered. It is already live on the YouTube. You can start watching the entire playlist for Google Ads, Meta Ads right now. It is already live. What is your name? Hustling Life. I don't know what is your name, but we have already covered Meta Ads in detail. It is live in the YouTube channel. You can start watching, or you can join the community if you want to complete the course and get the certificate. Any other question from anyone? All right, then see you tomorrow. We'll start with the keyword research, and then we'll go through everything step by step. Conversion goal in sales. We'll talk about that on Wednesday, Anshita. We'll cover that in detail on Wednesday. Don't worry about, don't rush. We'll cover the conversion goals in detail on Wednesday. Okay. All right then. Thank you so much, guys. Take care. Have a great evening and see you all tomorrow. Make sure you join on time and also continue the class on a regular basis. Also, like, share, and subscribe to the channel because we want more and more people to benefit from this exercise. Thank you so much. See you all tomorrow. Good night.